yesterday or on Friday, we had a segment saying, is there any way that Mike McCarthy could be in trouble? Is this the game to put him in trouble? Because you said there was a possibility, and I said, no way. You could lose 30-7, and it would be off the table, and I think I'm wrong in that I think it's on the table.
I think it's on the table. I don't think it's. I don't think I would necessarily do it, but I think it's definitely on the table. I think it's.
What happened yesterday? They obviously didn't lose 30-7, but it's like, aside from a blowout, every debacle that would have had to happen to make you question your head coach did happen.
Yeah, it did.
Like the perfect scenario played out to put McCarthy's head on the platter.
It's like a Joe Judge situation. Like, he just kept getting in his own way and stepping on his own foot.
Yeah.
So I do think it definitely is on the table in this one. And there's no, again, I'm not talking about whether it's deserved.
Yeah.
Or whether I would do it. It's just that it's on. I do think it's on the table.
Mike McCarthy afterwards. Do you have any concern about your future?
I don't have any concerns. I'm proud to be standing here today. Proud of my football team.
So now here's the hourglass. Dan Quinn is going to Denver. Someone whispered to me yesterday, if the Cowboys, hypothetically, if the Cowboys put the piece of paper on the table today, this morning, on the fan cam, Jerry Jones walks in with this piece of paper, and it's a contract for Dan Quinn to take over this team, that Dan Quinn would probably take this job. That Dan Quinn would take over the job instead of going to Denver. I'm not reporting that. That's what someone suggested heavily to me yesterday. So now you got Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn has leverage if this is on the table. Jerry's got to decide, do I let Dan Quinn, because it better not be Kellen Moore's ass. I know that. If Kellen Moore got promoted to head coach, I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I would do based upon the way this season ended in the second half with the Golden Child. But you got Dan Quinn saying, Jerry, I love you. Thank you for this job. I'm going to Denver. And you let Quinn go versus continuity with Mike. I think that is something that has to be in Jerry's mind today, because Dan Quinn to Denver sounds like it's a lock. I put these options out there on Twitter at 1053SS for you to vote on. At 1053SS. Option A, keep McCarthy. Jerry, loyal. We saw it with Jason Garrett. Option B, promote Dan Quinn to head coach or bring in Brian Flores, someone like that. And then option C, I keep being told about the infatuation with Sean Payton. And Sean Payton's deal is up next year. And Sean Payton has said to people, like, this isn't a regular job. He
lives here, too. He owns a house here.
Yeah. And obviously Jerry ties. So option A is keep McCarthy. Option B is promote Dan Quinn. Don't let him get away or go hire a Brian Flores. And option C is Mike McCarthy for another year. If it doesn't work, Sean Payton, and the name Mike Vrabel was even brought up to me, that Mike Vrabel sometimes looks at this place like Sean Payton does. How do you vote? 877-881-1053.
I mean,
first off, how'd the Tolos vote? Guess.
I saw the poll. It was fire McCarthy, keep Quinn. Is that what it was?
Yeah. Quinn
and
or
Sean Payton.
Quinn or Flores, 63%.
We gotta like,
and then McCarthy for another year, then a Sean Payton type, 30%. Keep McCarthy again. Wound open, fresh. 7%.
Can we just stop with are we forgetting what Dan Quinn was like in Atlanta and all the talk about what a disaster it was? After the Super Bowl, they were just a bad team. And they still, they had Matt Ryan's QBR in the years he was there would have put him in the top 4 of the NFL this year every single year. Every single year. And they couldn't get out of their own way. We're just going to forget that? We're just going to look only at what Dan's done this year here as a DC? Maybe he's just a DC. Maybe he's Wade Phillips.
Maybe.
Okay? I'm not putting this team in those hands.
After 11-5 and the Super Bowl loss to New England, they were 10-6, lost to the Eagles in the divisional round, then 7-9, 7-9, started off 0-5, fired. Their defense was awful. I mean, Dan Quinn you got to remember who had Mike Nolan before we did.
Yeah, Dan Quinn.
Dan Quinn. Remember when we were bringing in all these old pieces from the Falcons we were laughing at? We were like, why are you bringing this in from Atlanta? Dan Quinn was the coach of those pieces.
Yeah. Should I ignore all that? I mean, I don't know. It's just...
Well, it's a Chris Richard effect. That's what's happening.
Is he even in the league? Everybody here wanted got to have Chris Richard. Is he even in the league?